to show you the Dorian Pentatonic scale and how to use it in an actual song. This lesson is derived from my book, Jazz Guitar Soloing Concepts, a pentatonic modal approach to improvisation, published by Hal Leonard. This book provides a comprehensive pentatonic approach to jazz guitar improvisation. In my book, I describe 5 modes for the Dorian Pentatonic scale. In this lesson, I'm going to only focus on mode 1 of the Dorian Pentatonic scale. This scale will be used to cover all Dorian minor chords and all Dorian minor to Mixolydian dominant 7th chord progressions. A Dorian minor chord is any minor chord built on the 2nd step of the major scale. For example, in the key of C, the Dorian minor chord can either be a D minor 7, or D minor 9. A Mixolydian dominant 7 chord is an unaltered dominant chord built on the 5th degree of the major scale. For example, in the key of C, this would be a G7, a G9, or a G13th chord. A chord progression that combines these 2 chords is called a 2-5 progression. For example, a 2-5 progression in the key of C would be D minor to G7. Let's start by looking at the A Dorian Pentatonic scale. The A Dorian Pentatonic scale consists of the following 5 notes. From low note to high note we have A, B, C, E, G, and it repeats A, B, C, E, G, A, B. Notice that I'm playing 2 notes per string. All scales and modes in the system are played using 2 notes per string approach. This approach makes scales very easy to remember. It also works naturally for the guitar, and it's great for playing fast. From high note to low note, the scale would be B, A, G, E, C, and repeat. B, A, G, E, C, B, A. Notice that this scale is very similar to the basic A minor scale that all guitarists first learn. However, you have a subtle change of 1 note. I use the B instead of the D. This makes a big difference in playing over Dorian minor chords and 2-5 progressions. For this lesson, I'll show you how to solo using only mode 1 of the Dorian Pentatonic scale in the chord progression of the verse for the jazz standard Misty. Mode 1 always starts on the root of the scale. A simplified chord progression for the verse in Misty is E flat major 7 for 4 beats, B flat minor 7 for 2 beats, E flat 7 for 2 beats, A flat major 7 for 4 beats, A flat minor 7 for 4 beats, E flat major 7 for 2 beats, C minor 7 for 2 beats, F minor 7 for 2 beats, and B flat 7 for 2 beats. Next comes the turnaround with 2 beats each for a G minor 7, C7, F minor 7, and B flat 7. Then you have the second verse, which goes to the bridge. There are 3 different Dorian minor chords in this progression. You've got the B flat minor 7, the A flat minor 7, and the F minor 7. I'll play mode 1 of the B flat Dorian Pentatonic scale that starts on the B flat note on the 6th fret of the 6th string. Over the A flat minor 7 chord, I'm going to play mode 1 of the A flat Dorian Pentatonic scale that starts on the A flat note on the 4th fret of the 6th string. Over the F minor 7 to B flat 7 chord progression, I'll play mode 1 of the F Dorian Pentatonic scale starting on the 13th fret of the 6th string. Notice that all the scale fingerings are identical. The only difference is the starting fret. To demonstrate the sound of mode 1 of the Dorian Pentatonic scale, I'll play a very simple solo. I'm only going to solo over the 2 minor 7th chords and the 2 minor 7th to dominant 7 chord progression. For the B flat minor 7 to E flat 7 chord progression, I'm going to use mode 1 of the B flat Dorian Pentatonic scale, but I'm going to start on the highest note on the 1st string, which is a C. After I've hit the lowest note, I'm going to go back up and then resolve to the major 7th of the next chord, which is an A flat major 7th. So the pattern is going to go like this. For the A flat minor 7th chord, I'm going to use mode 1 of the A flat Dorian pentatonic scale. But this time I'm going to go from the lowest note to the highest note. Then come back down, and then resolve to the E flat major 7th. So it's going to sound like this. For the F minor 7 to B flat 7 chord progression, I'm going to use mode 1 of the F Dorian pentatonic scale. Starts on the 13th fret, but I'm going to start with the highest note, which is a G, and descend to the lowest note. And I'm going to go up 4 notes, and then resolve to the next chord, which is a G minor 7. So it's going to sound like this. The last measure of the turnaround also has another F minor 7 to B flat 7, and this time I'm going to use the ascending scale. Then I bring in the melody for the second verse. I hope you found this lesson useful. Best wishes, and thanks for watching.